so let's discuss something, not something, almost everything about SJMSOM IIT Bombay. What is the process? When is the last date? अच्छा चलो ठीक है, मैंने फॉर्म फिल कर दिया एंड आई गॉट अ कॉल फ्रॉम SJMSOM. हाउ टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द इंटरव्यूज? क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए? आईटी बॉम्बे ओनली इंजीनियर्स अप्लाई कर सकते हैं? नहीं, इफ यू हैव 10+2+4 और यू हैव सच क्वालिफिकेशंस आप अप्लाई कर सकते हो. सो आर दे वेलकमिंग नॉन इंजीनियर्स और नॉट, हम ये डिस्कस करेंगे. SJMSOM बैच प्रोफाइल क्या है, क्या होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए, एंड नो एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम द हॉर्सेस माउथ. इंटरव्यूज कैसे प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए. आईटी बॉम्बे है तो क्या एकेडमिक ड्रिवन होगा या दिस कुड बी अ प्रोफाइल ड्रिवन? हम सब कुछ जानेंगे इस छोटे से इंटरेक्शन में, तो आप पूरा देखना, लास्ट तक देखना. कुछ मिथ भी बर्स्ट होने वाले हैं आज इस सेशन में. तो चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं. SJMSOM IIT बॉम्बे, एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम हॉर्सेस माउथ. हाउ, व्हाट, व्हेन एंड वेयर. हाय आयुष एंड ऋषिका, वेलकम टू एजुकेशन. So this is
Hello.
going to be the one of the story could be directly from the horse's mouth. What, when, and where. Hi Ayush, please, and Rishika, can you introduce yourself to our esteemed future MBA aspirants?
Okay. My name is Rishika Jain. I'm from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I have done my graduation in B.Tech Mechatronics Engineering from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies. Post that, I have a work experience of 31 months with Quest Global Engineering Services as an instrumentation engineer. I was working for oil and gas department. Post that, I joined Sharma School of Management, IIT Bombay, for pursuing my MBA, and I'm currently in the college right now.
You are in the first year, that is, what's your 22, 24 or what? 21,
Yes. So we joined in 22 and we'll be graduating in 24. So we are in first year right now.
Great. Yeah.
Yes, so I'm Ayush Sharma. I am from Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh, and I did my B.Tech from NIT Allahabad in mechanical engineering. Post which I worked with Hero Motocorp Limited as an assistant manager in the maintenance department for about 30 months. Post which I have joined Shailesh Mehta School of Management for my MBA, and I'm also in the first year of my MBA program.
Great. So when someone heard, even I heard this, the 31-month work ex and the 30-month, is SJM only looking for the working people? So what's the batch profile? Can you please introduce?
Sure. So it's not that it's looking only for work experience people. We have around 26% of freshers in our batch itself, which is 2024 this thing, and the average month of work experience is about 23 in our batch itself. And the work experience people is like 47% of the batch is from the top 500 Fortune firms. They have worked in those firms, and 20% of students were from IITs and ITs and triple ITs in our batch.
So the batch profile is really great. People like me could join SJSOM or not? Like a person from Bihar, normal engineering college, just presume a candidate X having a decent CAT could expect SJSOM in his dream or not?
Definitely, if you are eligible, if you have a 48 months of education after your 10+2, and if you are following all the eligibility criteria per se, you can definitely apply and you can join SJMSOM, definitely.
No, that's two things now. Like we also discussed key who can apply and who are going to join. So SJSOM आखिर देखता क्या है? अगर मैं आपको देखूं ना, मुझको लगता है कि SJSOM देख रहा है कि मोर देन डिसेंट प्रोफाइल मुझको चाहिए. क्या एक एवरेज प्रोफाइल का बंदा SJSOM को कर सकता है कि नहीं? मैं लाइक आई वर्क रियली हार्ड, मान लो कि मेरी हिस्ट्री बहुत बर्बाद रही है, एकेडमिक्स अच्छा नहीं रहा, बट आई रियली वर्क हार्ड एंड क्रैक कैट विद 99.89 eligible, then really work hard for the PI. So is there any person, I'm not looking for the name, candidates with an average background in your batch or the senior? Because you said that there are only Fortune 500 NITs, IITs. मुझे देखना है कि क्या एक मैं बच्चों को मैं सपना दिखा सकता हूँ, रियल सपना. Anyone, any candidates?
Rishika, would like to take this up?
Yes. So we do have such candidates. We do have such college mates with us right now who have average profile and who have performed better in CAT. They did not have good pass records for 10th and 12th or in graduation percentage, but they do have a good percentile and they performed really good in their personal interviews. So we do have certain amount of weightage given to these criteria when we shortlist the students for phase 1 and phase 2 shortlist. So the criteria and the weightage given to personal interview as well as to the CAT percentile is decent enough so that a student of basic background or average background can also join SJMSOM.
Sure, great. So
I'd
you should
just
give.
like to add something over here. Like as I said, that there are 20% students who are from IITs and IT and triple ITs. Other than that, if you see on the other side, there are 80% of students who are coming from non-IITs and ITs background. So definitely there is a huge scope in that terms as well. We have lot of students from diverse backgrounds and very simple profiles, but they have done really and exceptionally well in their personal interviews. And we do have a great weightage as such for the personal interviews in our PIs. So if anybody who does well in those will definitely crack those and will join SJMSOM, I believe.
So it's a message from direct SSOM. If you can perform well in CAT, followed by the PI, you could have IIT B. अगर 12th के बाद बॉम्बे नहीं पहुंच पाए तो ये एक चांस है. So how is the life? मूड आई में जाते हो आप लोग या you would be treated as like the stepchild?
Not at all. I believe it's a campus entirely it's a very big campus in itself, and everybody is treated equally because it's your own campus. Every student, either B.Tech, M.Tech, PhDs, or any BSc programs, dual degree programs, MBAs, everybody is treated the same. It's your own college. So I believe every festivities, and nowadays, if you see, ITB in this semester two has a lot of festivities going on currently. So everybody joins those programs. You can even take part in every concert as well. Various programs happen. You can become the coordinators of those same programs. So a lot of PORs can also be added in terms of not only MBA but also from IITB itself. So there's a huge leverage that you can have in IITB as such.
So this is what IIT or it is a B school कि थोड़ा सा IITs है ना तो academic orientation ज़्यादा होता है. But we personally believe the B school should have the case study orientation. So can you tell me about the pedagogy? क्या करते हैं? Teachers are from the IIT bent तो नहीं है ना कि इनको पढ़ाना है. वो सीखते भी हैं. MBA का मतलब हम लोगों को पता है, जनरल पब्लिक को पता है कि शुड बी अ केस स्टडी, शुड बी ऑफ सम ऑफ द अदर थिंग्स. पढ़ाई कम होती है, प्रोजेक्ट्स ज्यादा होते हैं. इन अदर कॉलेज लोगों को पता है कि सरप्राइज क्विजेज हो जाती हैं. हाउ द लाइफ कैसा है?
So life is similar to any other B school out there in the country. We do have surprise quizzes. We do have back-to-back sessions. They have case study. We require to present those case study in front of the class. We need to give our viewpoints, what decisions we are making in those case studies. Also, we have this leverage to interact with other people from IIT Bombay. It's not just that we interact with MBA students, but we also collaborate with IIT B students, MTech students, PhD students. So it's like we're making connection here out in the world with different degree domains. So those connections sometimes, someday or sometime in our life may leverage us. So we have a very good ecosystem here, and the pedagogy here is similar to any other B school in the country.
So I don't want to compare IITs versus IIMs, but I think कि IIT B or the IITs, other B schools have only the interactions with the B schools जनता. यहाँ you have MTech, PhD. So the interaction and the networking would be better here. I think so. I don't know.
I think networking would be much better because in terms of the facilities that you get over here, like it would be better than any other B school which is there in the country. Because if you see, if you want to leverage in terms of sports, there are a lot of facilities over here which you have. If there is someone who is very much keen interested in terms of research, you have a huge opportunity in terms of research in this college because it's IITB, definitely. Thirdly, if somebody who has an entrepreneurial skill in himself or herself, then the E cell of IIT Bombay, which is one of the most known cells of the country in terms of entrepreneurship, is over here. So you can have a direct connect with them. People from our batch and from the previous batches itself have been through them, and they have a huge collaboration with them, and that has helped them to improve their own ideas. Like you can get fundings, raise fundings over here. So I think it's a huge leverage that an SJMSOM student have being in the IITB culture.
Really great. Even I can plan a second MBA from IITB if I would. Great. So let me know who can plan IITB. If I'm looking for the HR, can I? looking for the ops, can I, looking for the genman. So what is all about a specialization you are offering, or what's your suggestion? नहीं
Sure.
बच्चा तुम एचआर सोच रहे हो तो आना ही मत. Be honest.
So for SJMSOM, it's very clear that it does not have any specificity in terms of domain. We give a general management background as such, and it's a general management course. Everybody who if someone who is keenly interested in some domain, then we do have electives in the second year, and if you complete a certain number of credits or courses in that particular domain, so you can have a degree or specialization in terms of operations and finance. Other than that, it's a general MBA course for anybody who's here.
Okay, so you could say कि if you're looking hardcore marketing, could double think of IIT B. Hardcore HR, then double think. Otherwise, you are most welcome.
See, you won't get a specialization as such a degree from here, but definitely the courses which you have, the professors, the faculties you have, they are par excellence. Like in our first, if you see the pedagogy of MBA from SJMSOM, you'll see the courses how they're aligned. They're aligned in such a manner that you get a grasp of each and every domain, so that you, whenever you are there out there in the corporate world, you have a hold of them. So it's known for operations, it's known for finance, it's known for consulting, and we have all these things on our platter for you.
Definitely, that would be great. Even I consult people, go for the genman, then plan what you want to do. And ITB is providing that. Very good. So now come to the direct question which we are expecting. 31st is the last date. So there is an extension or not? Like other B schools कि चलो फॉर्म्स को लास्ट डेट में भरते हैं, पॉकेट में पैसे होंगे तो एक दो दिन का बैंक में इंटरेस्ट मिल जाएगा. What's your suggestion?
I would say you should not think in terms of any extension as such, because 31st January is the last date. There will be no further extensions in the forms. Fill it as soon as possible.
And the interview expected dates?
So the interview expected dates would be the first week of March.
Online or offline?
It would be online.
And on the interviews or what? Can you explain what is the process you are going to follow?
So there would be no VAT. Only personal interviews would be there, and it would be in the first week of March online. And students would be sent an email with a link of the platform where they would be required to join for the interview process, and they will be directly taken to the interview.
So we have around, for the student, we have around 35 days. So what would be suggestions? क्या preparation करना चाहिए if they want to be the your side of world?
So I think any MBA aspirant who's willing to come to a college or a B school, there are some basic checks which you should have from your side as well. Like you should know, like your undergraduation basic concepts should be very clear with you. Who you are as a person, that clarity of thought, where you want to go, what you want to do in life. There are very basic questions which come to you whenever you are questioned in the personal interview. So I think these are very important. Thirdly, if you have done some project in your work experience or in your college, those become very important, because something which you have done is something is expected out of you, that you would know about it. So prepare well about it, and you should have a general knowledge about the current affairs which are going around, any specific topic which is currently in the heat or is more used these days. So you should have a perfect understanding as such. And one more thing, if you have any specific inclination towards a particular domain, maybe it's finance, maybe it's marketing, or maybe it's operations, then you should have a basic understanding as to what it is. That clarity of thought, of understanding of where you want to go, is very important for your preparation. And I think if you have that, you will be able to do really well in your interviews.
Yeah, so even having the 31-month or 30-month work ex, you advise to work on the academics paper and the projects major minor, or one should rely only on the work profile? If like you are going, what happens in you had asked about the academic questions, having the 30-month work ex. If you talk about the 40-month work ex, दोबारा engineering हो जाती है. The academics कितना important होगा PI में, major projects, minor projects?
So I would share my interview experience with you. So I have a work experience of 31 months, and my interview started with itself. I was asked questions on my work experience, It was technical as well because my work experience was related to oil and gas domain. So I had some technical questions as well. But during my introduction, I mentioned that I was interested in my hobbies and I had a small business related to it. So they were more interested in knowing that part of my profile, how I was doing my business, how was my experience, how I was operating it from my home, and how I was simultaneously preparing for CAT. So basically, in the personal interview, the interviewer would want to know about your interest, what you are doing right now, and it's like you are driving your own interview, giving them the interest of your own. So I had these kind of questions, but we have some of our classmates who had a good amount of technical questions in their interview. For example, related to their academics, related to their internship and projects. So one should be prepared with all of them. They should know what they are doing in their work experience. They should know what they have done in their past in the projects and internships so that they are prepared as a whole for the interview.
So what's your graduation stream, engineering stream, Rishika?
My engineer stream is Mechatronics engineering.
Pardon, which one?
Mechatronics.
What is it all about?
Mechatronics is basically a mixture of mechanical and electronics, so it is inclined towards robotics.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. So if someone is, Ayush, what's yours?
Yes. So mine is mechanical, and if you want to, and if I'll share my experience as such for interview, it would be more about having the clarity of why you want to do an MBA. I was basically grilled upon why do I want to have an MBA after 30 months of experience? Why do I don't want to switch any jobs? So that clarity is very important for you. That why you want to do an MBA and why is it so important for you at this point of time. Secondly, I had a good amount of work experience, so I was questioned a lot about my job itself. It wasn't more about the academics, but yes, a lot of projects which I did in my previous organization, they asked me a lot about that itself, and then they went on to my part of my hobbies and my profile as such, and I was questioned as to how am I pursuing the same in this COVID era, because at that point of time COVID was quite the heat topic. So that was the major thing which revolved around my interview as such. So I think it's more important to have a clarity that why do you want to do an MBA, especially from this college also. It's a very big question that everybody would ask you that, okay, you want to do an MBA, but why specifically this college? So I think students should be prepared as to why they want to do from a certain college as such.
It's like a normal B school interview. It's not like if you are in the IITs, then the professor would grill you on the academics, irrespective of having the 40 month of work ex. So it's all how you're going to run the show.
There is one thing that the faculties itself, they are from the management background as such. They're not from specifically that background. They are also from almost all faculties are from the management background, so they know how to which kind of students that they want in their B school. So that is why the interview is almost similar to other B schools as such. And the faculty ratio is really good. It's 1:10 for the students of SJMSOM, so it's a very nice thing.
So this is not, so we can say this is a myth. You are in the IITs, the professor would be of IT background. So it's not IIT, it's the Salis J Mehta. So B school, so you could expect or they not expect professors usi background ke honge.
Exactly.
Be it IITs, be it IIMs. So normal interview chalega. What's your suggestion? Abhi karna kya chahiye 30 days mein bachcho ko? Like एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन होता है कि we do not have any projects. अभी कुछ कर लेते हैं, कोर्सेरा पे कुछ और कर लेते हैं. Do you suggest you people कि अभी इस 30 month में कुछ कर लो, बोलने के लिए कुछ होगा? Just a senior suggestion.
So from my side, it's like if it depends on your profile. Firstly, if you're a fresher, if you have 10 months of experience, if you have, so for freshers, it would be like the more important part is that why at this point of time you want to do an MBA. You need to understand that. Doing any course would not help you as such. I would say, from my side, I would say, because whenever you're questioned, you need to have a clear understanding of that. And just in a month or so, doing any course would not give you that big clarity. It's better that you have done some projects or you have done some, like maybe some cultural work you might have done in your college, maybe some technical work you've done, maybe some social work life in those years. Those are the things which you need to highlight. And that is where a concept of drive your interview comes into picture. Just one thing, that there's a huge myth that in IITs only engineers can come. We have people from diverse backgrounds. We have people from architecture. We have people from BE. So anybody and everybody can apply, and definitely you will have a leverage in terms of coming to the college. I think everybody who is a non-engineer also is available. Secondly, check the eligibility criteria. It was updated, so you'll get a edge over that also. So that's what something we'd
Any
like to add.
diversity point addition, non-engineers?
Um, no, as such, but the percentile has been reduced. The cutoff percentile for sectionals has been reduced. So
Yeah.
that is one point which is important.
So we are mainly working on a composite score now. Why we work on a percentile? You are working on a composite score.
We work on composite scores, but then people who were earlier, the sectional cutoff was higher, so some people were not eligible itself. But now, since it is reduced, the number of eligible candidates would increase.
So SJMSOM would provide a mentors like other B school, mentors to aspirants who are coming for interview. ऐसा कुछ है
Yes,
mentorship
we
program?
have PI buddies. So
Okay.
PI buddies are allotted. As soon as the shortlist will be there, you will receive one PI buddy. So any form of query or any question that you have, you will have the contact number and the email address as well. So you can contact the same person, and you will get your query resolved as soon as possible.
Okay, so thanks. And I think this is going to help a lot to the students. Like if you are in the IT, doesn't mean ki academic driven. It could be about, we can say better, the profile driven. If your profile is academics oriented, then academic driven. If your profile is having the work ex projects, you can expect questions on this. And the most important question is why.
Exactly.
Yes.
Great. So thanks, Ayush, and thanks, Rishika, for giving us the time. We'll hope next year, many of the viewers would be the, you could say, the buddy of yours. I won't say the junior. MBA में junior कोई होते नहीं है, but चलो ठीक है. Thanks.
We also
Thank you
expect
for
the same.
having us here.
Thank you so much for having us. So yeah.